Well, 7th grade math students, here are your review sections from 2.4, 2.5, 2.3 review, okay? We worked with subtracting decimals, adding decimals, multiplying decimals, and then finally, last class period, we divided decimals. So we're gonna just go through an example of each of those right now, so that way that you can work through the practice problems on your own and just have a little quick refresher. So my rules when I'm subtracting decimals is that I need to line up the decimal places and then add zeros to make sure that they all have the same number of place values. So let's do that now. I'm gonna take my large number, my first one, so it'll be the top one, 223.561. I'll put my decimal down right away, where my 18 would be, put 18675. I'm gonna add a zero here just so that way they have the same number of place values. I'm gonna go ahead with my subtraction now. I can't do 1 take away 5, so I have to borrow or ungroup. And now I have 11 take away 5, which gives me 6. 5 take away 7, I cannot do that, so I need to borrow or ungroup. I now have 15 take away 7, which gives me 8. I can't do 4 take away 6, so I need to still borrow or ungroup. I now have 14. 14 take away 6, I get 8. I bring down my decimal point. That's still there. I can't do 2 take away 8, so I borrow or ungroup. I now have 12 take away 8, which gives me 4. 1 take away 1 is 0, and 2 take away 0 is still going to be 2. 204.886. I'll just double check on my calculator just to show you. 223.561 minus 18.675. And I get the same exact answer. Let's move on down to example number 2. Again, I'm going to line up my decimal places and add zeros so my place values are the same. We're going to add here, put my decimal point down, line up my place values, add a 0 there. Just add up and down, starting from my right to my left. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 and 7 give me 13, carry my new 10. 5 and 1 is 6, 6 and 6 is 12, carry my new 10. 1 and 3 is 4, 4 and 8 is 12. I bring down my decimal point, notice that as well. I have 12, carry my new 10. 1, 2, and 1 is 4, 2 and 0 is still 2. My new answer. We move on down to example number 2. Or example, oh, this should be example 3. You can cross that off if you would like. Example number 3. Disregard that phone noise. Hold on one second. If I have 3.51 times 0.5, I'm just going to multiply these as if they were whole numbers and then worry about the decimals later. Okay? I know that I have 1, 2, 3 places that I'll have to worry about. Let's do the multiplication first. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. I carry my new 2. 5 times 3 is 17. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. I got ahead of myself there. 7, my new 1, drop my 1 down. I now have 1,755. Now I need to move my decimal place. I start with my decimal place there. I have 1, 2, and 3 places behind my decimal place, so I need to move this decimal place over 1, 2, and 3. So my new decimal number is 1.755. If I go ahead and double check that answer, I should get the same result. Again, I'm just double checking my work here. You can do this on your own as well, just to make sure that you have the correct work and answer. And I do, so I know that I'm good there. I now have 225. I don't want to make you guys do 8.5, so let's just have it as 0.5, okay? That's the number I wanted there. So it's actually going to be 225.55 divided by 0.05. 0.5, sorry. So I'm going to make this into a whole number. So I'm going to move my decimal place over 1. So if I've moved it over 1, I need to move over my decimal place for my dividend over 1 as well. So my new number is 2,255.5 divided by 5. So let's start with that over here. That number goes into house. I move my decimal point up. I divide by 5. 5 cannot go into 2, so I can't put an X there. 5 can go into 22, goes in there 4 times because 5 times 4 is 20. Take away my 20 there, gives me 2. Drop my 5 down. 5 can go into 25 5 times. I bring down my new 5. 5 can go into 5 once. 0. I bring down my new 5. 5 can go into 5 once. My answer is 451.1. And let's just do the division here just to show you guys. 225.55 divided by 0.5 gives me 451.1. Same answer. Make sure that you guys are completing these practice problems 1 through 8, and then make sure that you're checking your work there as well. If you need some more space, you can use back a blank sheet of paper or the back of another piece of paper. When you're finished with that, make sure you get your names on the top of your packet, and that goes back in your red folder so that way it can be returned to school. And then that way you can receive credit and get the new materials for the next week. Thanks, guys.